Hello, I'm Juan Davis, Chief Creative Officer at KCET and PBS SoCal, and I'm joined by the newsroom of KPCC and LAist on a daily reporter roundup. How is everyone?
Wow.
And joining us again today is Executive Editor Megan Garvey. Welcome.
I'm happy to be back.
We have major political news today with the arrest of LA City Council member Jose Huizar. Aaron, you've been following the story.
That's right. LA City Councilman Jose Huizar was arrested this morning at his Boyle Heights home. He was arrested on a federal racketeering charge. Prosecutors are alleging that he agreed to accept $1.5 million to move along real estate projects. It's shocking news, but it's not really a surprise. We knew that the FBI had raided his home and office in 2018. They said today they found $129,000 in cash at his home, wrapped in things like a t-shirt. They also revealed they've been investigating Huizar since 2015. They got a tip that he was cashing out large amounts of casino chips in Las Vegas. The details kind of sound like a mob movie, but it's really an incredible breach of the public trust.
LA has been investigating what happened earlier this month at the Adelanto detention facility when detainees there protested lockdown conditions.
That's right. Several detainees I spoke with at the facility say that on June 12th, guards in riot gear used pepper spray and shot these pepper balls at them. They say it was really hard to breathe. This is indoors, and that people got hurt. It started when detainees say they were protesting a lockdown. They'd been on lockdown for days earlier that week, which meant they were restricted to their cells with little to no time to call their loved ones or take a shower. So in protest, they stood or some sat on the ground in the community rooms. They say that's when guards came and shot these pepper balls at them. ICE acknowledged the incident and said force was necessary to keep everyone in the facility safe. The agency did say that 4 detainees had to be taken to a local hospital for treatment.
Josie has been talking to people directly affected by a big announcement from President Trump this week regarding immigrants working in the United States.
Yes, so among the changes that are coming because of Trump's proclamation is a freezing of several visa programs. There's some exceptions being made for people who work in agriculture and the health services because they're being treated as essential because of COVID. But other folks who are trying to enter the country on visas are going to be shut out for the rest of the year, keeping them from livelihoods, perhaps from family, reuniting with relatives. This also affects people who are in the country right now. People already on visas do not have to go, but it's affecting some of their lives in other ways. I just spoke a bit ago with a 26-year-old woman in Santa Ana who's from El Salvador originally, and she has been on a student visa, but she wants to work. But to work, she has to keep on going to school. So she was planning on asking her employer to sponsor her for H-1B visa so she can move on with the next phase of her life. But now Trump's proclamation is going to put her life on hold.
And finally, Emily has the latest on a pressing issue for many people in Southern California, rent relief.
Yeah, so coronavirus rent relief programs in both the city and county of Los Angeles got an additional $130 million today. That's a lot of money. And just within the city of LA, 50,000 people could benefit from this program. To qualify, renters have to make 80% of the area's median income, and they have to document that their inability to pay is due to coronavirus. And they're eligible for $1,000 a month for 2 months, and the money goes straight to their landlord. The city's program opened sometime in July, and there's actually going to be a lottery to decide who gets the funds because there'll probably be so much interest. The county's program, meanwhile, is smaller. It's just $30 million. You have to live in an unincorporated area of the 1st, 2nd, 4th, or 5th districts. There's income requirements. They vary by district, and renters are eligible for $1,000 a month for 3 months. And both of the programs got their funding from the CARES Act, which is the stimulus bill passed by Congress for coronavirus back in March.
Thank you, Emily. I'm just curious to ask you guys, I know that during the protests, one of your own was shot by a rubber bullet, Adolfo Guzman Lopez. I'm just wondering how he's doing.
You know, he's doing okay, and we're expecting him back in the office on Monday, and I know that he's anxious to get back to work.
And we definitely miss him. He's a great journalist, great reporter. Well, thank you all at the KPCC and LAist newsroom, and thank you for tuning in. Take care of your health, take care of your family, your neighbor, and we will see you tomorrow.